But anyway, let's get into the video. Let's do this. Is Goldees the offset? Is Goldees offset the Franklin Barbecue Killer? I swear to God, I did not make him title that or tell him to title it that. That is just what he came on with his own. So let's get into it.
This is the all-new Goldees backyard offset, and every
I'm gonna turn it up. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
time a new high-end backyard offset comes out, people want to know how it stacks up to one of the originals.
Can y'all hear it okay?
The Frank.
Real quick, how's the sound on the actual video? Dennis, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Been researching, watched this video early today, made my mind up to order. That's so sick. I love it. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Okay. Damn, look at this pit. This is nice. I'm not this one. I'm talking about this one. That's a good looking pit.
Franklin barbecue pit. Well, Eminem and Goldees went completely left field with their design, as you can see. So I'm going to test it out, go through the pros and cons to see if this thing is a gimmick.
It's looking really good. It's looking like he cooked up on it. Up the sound slightly. I turned it all the way up. I don't know how to turn it up louder than that, honestly. I was asking as a I was hoping that it was good. I wasn't asking as if I could turn it up any louder.
Or really a Franklin barbecue
That's looking pretty nice. That looks really good.
pit killer. So let's talk specs. So first of all, the Goldees pit goes for...
He's been getting a lot of comments about that lighter fluid. I mean, I've been there, done that. Keep doing it. Don't worry about it. Just keep on doing it. Do your thing.
$4,250. It's entirely made of 1/4 inch thick steel, which is pretty standard for high-end offsets. It has a 4 foot by 6 inch diameter smokestack, a 24 long by 20 inch wide firebox, and a 50 by 24 inch cook chamber. And the Goldees smoker can actually utilize 90%.
He's got the water pan a little bit too close to the hole, but I mean it should still work like that, but it's a little bit close. It's a little bit close.
Of the entire 50 by 24 cook surface, as shown by...
Those are golden brown. These are golden brown.
This biscuit test run by Jerby Barbecue here on YouTube. And with this monster capacity...
That's 3.5. I know I said 4 in the Goldees thing, but when I went back and watched the video, that's actually 3.5. You know, 1, 2, 3. This is golden brown.
The Goldees offset can cook 6 to 7 briskets comfortably, but Jerby Barbecue has proven that it is possible to...
Dude, this is a crazy image. I don't know why that video that I did didn't blow up more. I mean, look at this. This is 8 briskets in a backyard smoker. That's actually insane. Now, I'm gonna be honest. This one right here, right by the firebox, got a little toasty. I mean, y'all seen the biscuits. Y'all see what happens right here when, you know, the heat's coming out. But I tried to stay as low and as slow as I could so that they could shrink. And then later on in the video, I do shift them around so nothing's right in front of this hole. But I do think if I were to redo this, I would do 7. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could cook perfect 7 briskets. Very nice and soft, perfectly cooked on the smoker, guaranteed. I know I can, but I recommend 6 for y'all. But 7, I guarantee I can do 7. And do these really look that small, like trimmed up? I mean, look, this is look how long these briskets. That's a normal point, how long it is, and the lean's just as long as the point. Normal point, lean's just as long as the point. No, this is literally, look how wide this lean is. We don't do that shit where we cut all the thin stuff off. Like, these leans are just as wide as the point. There's no way that you could say these are smaller than, you know, normal. These leans are just as wide. That's nuts. I've seen people say that we trimmed them up real small for the video. Look at the leans.
Do 8 at once. Now,
look at them.
That to the 2 to 3 briskets you can fit on the Franklin pit. And the
3 is being generous.
Franklin costs $5,150, which is almost $1,000 more than the Goldees pit.
Yeah, and but with the Franklin one, it does include shipping. So, but our shipping is not $1,000. Maybe to some parts, but our shipping is not $1,000. But if you come to M&M or Goldees and you want to pick up a Goldie smoker, it is $42.50. $42.50. But if you do want to ship, it is a little bit more expensive. But Franklin does have the option to pick it up. It's
But to be
5,100
fair to
everywhere.
the Franklin pit, 2 to 3 briskets is about average for high-end backyard offsets. I was recently at Goldees, and they actually have a mill scale 94 on site, and I was able to see both the Goldees pit and the mill scale right next to each other, and I was blown away at how much.
What do y'all think? I mean, the grade on the Goldees is a little bit bigger. But you see, so here's an interesting thing. You see that when they built, I keep pointing at my screen like y'all can see my finger, but when they built their grate, they put the bars of the grate under this framing. And then when we built ours, we put ours on top. So it gives you a little bit more, it gives you even a little bit more space. Because the food could sit on top of these grates on top of the bar, but I don't know, it feels weird putting the food on top of the framing, you know? So I think that's a little interesting technique, or a little bit interesting, like little tidbit.
More capacity the Goldees pit had versus the mill scale 94, even though the tank is only slightly larger on the Goldees pit. The mill scale is a 94-gallon tank and the Goldees is a 98-gallon tank for your reference. The capacity on the Goldees pit is more like a 250.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. No, I think on the 250 you could do 8. I think I could do 8 briskets pretty easy on a 250, and I think 6, 7 briskets on the. But that's still really good. That's still really good. I mean, that's really good. But I do think 8 briskets pretty easy on the 250. 12, you're looking at like once you do that third row, you're like here's like 1 row briskets, 2 row briskets, and then 3 row briskets. And depending on how big the opening is into the firebox from the firebox to the smoke chamber, depending on how big that opening is, right here, scary stuff.
Than a backyard offset, which is crazy. But one thing that's unique to both the Goldees pit and the Franklin pit when it comes to backyard smokers is its beginner-friendly design. So with the Franklin pit, the smokestack has absolutely no damper on it, so there's no guesswork on how open or closed it needs to be. And then the firebox has a bunch of etchings on it, including Franklin's name, so even when the door is closed, you get a ton of airflow. As a result, the pit draws really well, which is a big plus for any offset smoker, but the downside is you really have no control.
No control. Absolutely none. What are you doing out there? Whatever the pit, you're controlled by the pit. You don't control it.
In terms of running the fire inside of your firebox, outside of using like really little tiny pieces of wood to kind of keep the flames down so you don't burn your food. Now the Goldees approach to the beginner-friendly design.
Here's one thing
Sorry,
you need to do
y'all.
before you
Sorry,
buy
y'all.
anything
This is,
online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Are you worried that you...
They included a damper on the smokestack, but they marked the damper with lines and bumps, which let you know if the stack is open 25, 50, or 75% open. That way you can always set the...
I talked about that in the Mad Scientist video, but that's so that when we start making videos at Goldees again, we're gonna be able to teach y'all exactly how many hours and what temperature to be at these certain bumps. It's gonna be a lot easier for us to show you guys how to replicate our cook exactly the same with these little bumps.
The damper the same way every cook. And the firebox is attached to the cook chamber by a 6-inch diameter curved pipe. This design prevents the meat in the cook chamber from seeing the actual flames from the firebox, basically eliminating the radiation.
Now this guy loaded it up. This guy loaded it up. That's what I'm talking about. How many biscuits is that? I mean, not 10. Fucking went off, dude.
And heat and giving you pure smoky convection cooking your food. As a result, you don't have to worry so much about the type of fire building, whether the flames are wild or low, and all you really need to do is focus on the temperatures in the cook chamber. The downside is there's a pretty awkward horizontal hotspot.
This is where I put the water pan though. You see these 3 right here? Put the water pan right there, and the rest of the smoker is good to go. Like I said, he has it a little bit too close. Scoot that up to that biscuit. Obviously, don't put anything in between the hole and the water pan, but scoot this water pan up to right here, and the rest is good to go.
right in front of the opening where the firebox connects, which is why Eminem provides a small water pan with the smoker. But
Message retracted. What are y'all saying in here, dude? Are they talking shit, Ed? Are they talking shit?
I mean, every smoker has a hot spot, so it's not that big of a deal. Another potential downside that I saw to this smoker was that it was going to have bad draw and pull, because unlike every other smoker out there, the firebox is not directly attached to the cook chamber. But this couldn't be further from the truth. For my first cook, I cooked beef dino ribs, and I built a big coal bed and put like 3 splits of wood to try to compensate for the lack of draw I thought the pit had, while I had the damper at about 50%.
You thought, buddy. It draws.
Well, for the first hour and a half of the cook, I was running the pit at like 300 to 350.
Damn. And they still turned out good. But damn.
And that was because it drew way better than I thought, and I had way too much fuel in the firebox. Although the opening between the firebox and the cook chamber may be slightly smaller than the average backyard offset, the big, tall, wide smokestack makes this thing draw and pull like a champ. And I had to learn this the hard way. Finally, I was able to get it down to 200.
It looks really nice. It looks beautiful. He's got it like pammed up and stuff, and the metal looks really, really nice.
150 degrees Fahrenheit by putting 1/2 split gently on the coal bed. But still, the ribs finished in under 5 hours, so absolute fail on the first run. The fat wasn't completely rendered because of the short cook time, but what I did notice was that there was...
Yeah, it looks like a shorter cook. Yeah, the internal fat is it's not looking so great. So I mean, they just cooked too fast. Nothing wrong with that. But that was the first time running it.
No burn spots on the ribs despite being cooked at such a high temperature. So I had to give this another try.
I don't know. He donated $2. I hope I get to keep that. I hope I get to keep that, but he is fucking. Oh shit, he made a whole new account. Said let's celebrate their first super on a live show. Dude, he donated like $25 last night. I ignored all of them, but he made a whole new account. That's crazy, bro. See, I told y'all, dude. I told y'all he's on some weirdo shit.
So today I'm cooking a brisket with the damper set to 25%, and throughout the cook I'll be cooking between 225 to 275. Nice, low and slow. And I'm gonna have a dedicated brisket video on this channel in the very near future, but since that failed beef rib cook, I've been able to use this smoker quite a lot. I've used it like for the past 5 days in a row, and
hell yeah.
I really like this smoker. And it's actually running better than I initially thought, even though I had pretty high expectations because I got to play around with the prototype at Goldees BBQ.
That was a fun day. Look at that. That's going on a backyard smoker. All of this. What?
Like back in April. But
look at that. And then I got people saying like, "Hey, look, he didn't put the meat right there." Yeah, I mean, I did get a little bit, you know, I think I went a little bit wild, and I said, you know, it is 100% usable. I mean, it was damn near it. It was damn near it. Oh, thank you, Ed. Thank you, Ed. That's huge. You get to keep. Okay, cool. I get to keep his $2. I'm just fucking with. I mean, if he's gonna keep making accounts and donating $2, then I will take it. Let's see. But yeah, I think I said it was 100% usable, and then people were like, "Why is he avoiding this area?" It's hot. It's hot right there. Y'all saw the biscuits. But like I said, I put the water pan right here. And then everything else. These sides are usable to me. Once you have the water pan right here, you can use these sides. They get enough smoke and color.
Question at hand is this the Franklin barbecue pit killer? Well, that's more of a subjective question. But what I can do for you is give you the pros and the cons, and then you can make that conclusion for yourself. And let's start with the pros. First of all, and probably one of the most important things, is this thing has monster capacity. There's no other backyard pit that can compete with...
Wait, let me rewind that. How many chickens was that?
This thing has
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Monster capacity. There's no
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Other backyard pit that can
21, 22, 23, 24.
compete with the Goldees.
24?
pit in
Oh, it
terms
said at the
of the
bottom.
main grate capacity. And
It said
FYI,
at the
my
bottom. My
evaluation
bad.
is just for the main grate because personally, I don't really like top grates. And from all the barbecue joints I've been to, like nobody uses the top
Oh, where was that? This looks good.
grate. So the top grate cooks really hot because first of all, you get like the hot gases that rise, but then also
Heat rises. Yeah, I mean, heat rises.
the top of the smoker like gives off a lot of radiant heat. So always the top food
That's crazy. Like a big ass party, everyone eats. Yes, sir. That's what the Goldees pit is for. Invite the family, invite the extended family, invite all your cousins, and put 25 chickens on it.
always finishes fast. It starts dripping down and then just ruining the bark on the main grate. Also, if you use a second grate, when you're trying to like reach back in the back of the smoker, a lot of times you hit the shelf and you end up with like burn marks on your arms, which I guess some people think look cool, but while they're healing, they're just a massive pain.
When your house is in need of a new fence or gate, don't just trust any old fencing company that promises to.
I believe the backyard pit with the second most capacity is the TMG Volunteer.
So, sorry, Ant. Uh, I'll watch it again, and I won't skip the ads. Make you some money, man. I'm sorry about that. That's kind of messed up, actually. I'm a YouTuber too, man. Everyone watch the ads all the way through. When you go back and watch this video, watch the ads all the way through. Helps us, I think.
At 4 to 5 briskets based on Mad Scientist Barbecue's video on the subject. Second pro is the big tall smokestack. So just like I said before, this thing just helps the pit draw really well, and it's almost like you're using a pit at the restaurant, one of those massive 1,000 gallon tanks.
Well, we were scared. When we designed the pit, we were like, we knew with this design right here that we were gonna need a monster stack, just so it would draw really well. I mean, this was a new design. We wanted to make sure it worked. Wanted to make sure it works really well. I mean, you build a fire in there, it starts pulling right away. Pulling. It flows. Not too fast though, because you can close it.
Also, I love that the food does not see the fire. This is revolutionary. Okay, so
Facts.
this is a 250, but for demonstration purposes, just pretend it's a 1,000 gallon pit. So in a 1,000 gallon pit, the massive firebox is attached directly to the cook chamber. So basically the first door is not really usable because of that insane radiant heat that's coming out of the firebox. It just cooks way too hot to do true low and slow barbecue. And that's one of the big problems that backyard smokers have, which is the radiant heat from the firebox, because in a 1,000 gallon pit, you have a lot of cook chamber space, but a backyard pit is very small. So most of that cook chamber space is being exposed to that radiant heat. And a lot of pit builders fix this by inserting baffle plates inside of the smoker so that the food doesn't see the fire, but this is also problematic because it inhibits the airflow, and there's also radiant heat coming off of the baffle plate, so the smoker ends up running more like a reverse flow smoker than an offset smoker. But with the Goldees pit, it's almost like you're taking that sweet spot in the cook chamber of a 1,000 gallon pit, making this pit run like a true offset smoker.
Has this guy said one lie? Has he lied yet?
Genius. Another thing I appreciate about this smoker is its construction given its price point. So again, because they tried to make this smoker,
M&M are magicians. They're amazing. Yeah, we went through several prototypes. But this is the one we landed on. But I mean, this was damn near. I mean, like from the first prototype to this, there wasn't a whole lot of changes. Like M&M fucking nailed it on the first try. But we did make some changes. But they nailed it. They nailed it. He lies at the end. Okay, let's see.
As cheap as possible. It really is a bare bones smokers.
It is bare bones. I mean, where's the extra gadgets and whatnot? That just makes it more expensive for y'all. It doesn't really even do anything. I don't like them.
Not a lot of bells and whistles, which really makes this pit stand out like a sore thumb compared to the rest of M&M Barbecue Company's line.
That is true. That is true. Had to do some convincing. Like, hey man, you guys make like really nice, pretty pits. Let's make a bare bones one. But theirs are badass too. They're sick. If you're in the market for a 500 gallon, a 1,000 gallon, a 250 gallon, anything, rotisserie, get it from M&M.
lineup because M&M Barbecue Company is known for like a really sleek and stylish design. Like Mike and Matt say, it's like twisted steel and sex appeal. And the Goldees pit doesn't quite fit that description.
I love this. It really does look like someone holding like a briefcase and like asking for a taxi. I think this is really accurate.
But even then, I still appreciate the craftsmanship. First of all, I love the placement of that ball joint drain right at the center bottom of the smoker. Again, this smoker is known for its capacity, so you're gonna need good grease drainage if you're gonna put like 6 to 8 briskets on this thing. Then if you look inside of the cook chamber, if you take the grate off and look at the opening where the firebox and the cook chamber meet, you can see that opening is split by this bracket right down the center horizontally.
So this is actually something Eminem came up with for us, and I love the idea. He really nailed it with this because I mean there's obviously a grate going across the middle like right here, and then this just pushes that heat up and like pushes the heat down, and that's exactly what you want. You want to be pushing that heat up and down. So this helps cook the bottom of the food, and this sends the heat up to the top, and it doesn't send it right down the middle as bad. And the water pan helps as well for that. So this is a genius idea by Eminem.
In that opening, allowing the hot smoke to go over and under that bracket. It reminds me of a poor man version of the M&M bypass system in.
That's true. That is true because they have like the normal offset hole down here, and then they also have this top heat. So it is kind of like the M&M design.
M&M's bigger pits, like the 500 and the 1,000 gallon offsets. Then if you go to the opposite side of the cook chamber where the smokestack attaches, you can see M&M cut out the grate bar in front of the opening to reduce the blockage of airflow. And then my favorite feature is the notches on the damper. I really don't know why more pit builders don't have this.
They will.
On their smokers. It's a super simple ad, and it's just really helpful when you're making and following recipes. Also, the bumps are a great touch because you can change the damper and set it to whatever you want, even in the darkness. It's kind of like reading Braille. And finally, and probably the most important pro of all, is that Goldees uses this smoker at their restaurant. They use it every
day, every single day. We cook this.
Week.
We do like 12 to 15 turkeys, and we throw it all on this bad boy.
Of service for turkeys and even sometimes for sausage, and even once for brisket, as we saw in Jerby's video. Yeah,
we did serve those.
Actually served those briskets for service that day. No other
looks good to me.
Backyard smoker can boast that it's actually used in a Texas barbecue restaurant, let alone Texas Monthly's number.
I mean, none of them can fit 15 turkeys, so.
One spot. So now on to the cons. So the first thing I'm going to mention.
Oh, fuck no.
Is the design. So.
Fuck no.
Me personally, I love the uniqueness of the smoker. I love the way it looks. But at the same time, I wear a pink beanie and a Sailor Moon apron. So I understand that not everyone shares my taste. So if you're a big fan of the traditional offset look, then you're probably not going to like the way that the Goldees offset looks. The next.
Bullshit. It looks the same.
Next thing is, I wish the firebox was a little bit wider.
Why?
20-inch diameter was just made it a little awkward to put splits in sometimes.
They're all small.
24 inches would have been perfect in my.
No, they would. I mean, yeah, a little bit bigger. Obviously, that's a con for every backyard smoker, pretty much.
Opinion, but at the same time, because the firebox is attached to that pipe, it would basically be really close to the floor.
Yep.
So maybe it's just a drawback of the design. I also wish the Goldees smoker had a few more features. So for instance, first of all, I wish it had a front shelf because.
What?
You can put your.
Who has that?
Thermometers, or because it has such a big capacity, you can put like a tray of food there and then go ahead and load up the smoker. So a shelf would have been nice. Also,
it would be nice. I think that'd be cool too. But I just assume kind of like me, everyone just has like a foldable table, like a foldable table that we just you kind of do meat prep on in front of the smoker. But a folding like thing coming out of here would be badass. I agree.
1 or 2 more temperature gauges just to.
Another one right here, another one right here. it just confuses people. I Goldees for a while. I took all the thermometers out of all the smokers because I was just getting pissed at um you know like always looking at it and stuff was just like bothering me. I was like, you know what? I built a billion fires. I don't need to look at the shit anymore to know what I'm doing. And training people is also really tough when you have this. They're so like on top of this, trying to keep it at a certain number. I just took them out. And I said, build a good looking fire, and then open the door and look at the meat. But more thermometers usually confuses people. Obviously, it's not going to read the same from here to here to here. So you just want to dial in your cooks based off one temperature, and then be like, you know what, I did 250 for 12 hours, and that worked out really good. I'm just going to keep doing that. So, but if you're like, oh, I did 300, 250, 225, 250 over here, and I don't know what happened actually because there's too many thermometers.
To be able to see the temperature swings, because like I said before, there is a hot spot right here, and there's also a bit of a hot spot here, because another feature that I wish this smoker had was a smoke collector. So because this is just a hard stop right here, like I said, there is kind of like hot air that accumulates here while it tries to escape from.
Yeah, and that's what I was talking in the Mad Scientist video. I was going like this. There's a fire, so there is a hot spot. He's saying there's a hot spot coming out of the thing, and then the heat gets trapped right here and creates a lot of hot spot too. But when you shut the damper, it gets, there's obviously gonna be a hot spot here, and then it moves over here, and then it gets a hot spot. But then you keep trapping more and more heat in there, trapping more and more heat, and then it moves right here, and it all three kind of even out. Like you can make it as hot right here as it is right here and right here if you have the damper super shut, because so much heat gets trapped in there that it makes this cook even as well, the middle part right here. So what I was talking about is like it comes in, goes right here, it gets stuck because the damper's so close, it's not flowing as fast, and then it starts circling it back. And then it only has to circle back to like right here because there's already a hot spot right here. So then you even out the whole smoker doing that.
From the stack. So it would have been nice to have the smoke collector, because that would have mitigated a little bit of that hot spot. But I will say that the hot spot right here is not nearly as bad as the hot spot here. You can still absolutely cook on this side. And the thing I wish this smoker had the most is a foldable stack. So this smoker.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty nice too, but I mean, I didn't think it was like a deal breaker, and obviously it costs more money for the parts and the labor to add a foldable stack. So I said, you know what? Big old long pipe.
Smoker is humongous. Like, it's taller than my 250. It stands at, I think, exactly.
I wonder, is that true? It's taller than his 250? That's a badass backyard smoker right there.
8 feet tall, and because the stack does not fold over, if you're gonna put this in your shed or in a garage, you're gonna
don't cook in your shed or your garage.
need.
Oops.
8
But I
feet
mean,
of
you can't put it
clearance,
in there.
Just FYI. The Goldees offset's unmatched capacity, coupled with its beginner-friendly design, makes this thing an absolute beast. It's the
So true. So true.
perfect tweener between a big offset and a backyard pit that the market desperately needed. Again, it's for you to decide if this is a.
Always take your ribs into the sun. That's where they look the best. You see what I'm doing? I'm taking that ribs off the pit and I'm bringing them to the sun,
but
because that's when they have the best color. That's when they look the best. That's when you actually can see what your color's looking like, and the doneness and the fat ritter and everything. So always take your pit off, your ribs off, and go look at it in the sun.
I'm calling this the 250 killer. In a couple
Hell yeah.
weeks, I'll post my brisket cook on the Goldees offset, so make sure
I can't wait for that. I'm actually so excited for that. I think Jeremy's doing one too.
you subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss.
Actually, yeah, literally everyone go subscribe. Go subscribe to Ant if you're not subscribed to Ant. Everyone in the chat, go subscribe. I'm not joking.
That. And in the meantime, you can watch the next video on your screen where I went behind the scenes at M&M Barbecue Company, the builders who made the Goldees offset. And I'll see you guys over there.
You guys want to watch that video too? I'm kind of down to watch that one.
Cole, he's my miracle.
I'm going to read some of these comments though, and then I'm going to talk to you guys if that's cool. Let's see. I just learned that the Franklin pit includes shipping. It cost me $500 to have the Goldie smoker shipped to my house, so the price gap is closer. Yeah, that would make it $47.50, and the Franklin one is still $400. So $400 and can hold probably triple the food that the Franklin can. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. It feels so good to be back home and cooking again. Yeah, I loved it, man. Haven't cooked in the backyard for almost 6 months. Damn. Ed, let's go. This is absolutely the best independent review of the Goldees pit. Is an evolutional step compared to conventional offsets. Great coverage of pros and cons to allow people to decide if this is the one for them. I would think that if you're spending the amount of cash, there would be no reason not to go to the Goldees pit, and you are subscribed. That is a banger. That is a banger comment. Nothing but facts. Same with this video. Nothing but facts. When I saw this pit, I resigned my current pit, and this design, it works incredible. It looks like this, but a smaller. Hell yeah. Johnny and the Goldees guys are really out of the box. We really are, and it's really scary. This design works amazingly well. Only thing that would make it better is rounded ends by the smokestacks and the firebox and the elbows. That would help eliminate the hot spots in the cook in the chamber and allow. You know what? That is somewhat true. I guess that the grate didn't go into the rounded edges or whatever. So I guess that makes it true. But rounded edges more expensive. Great video, perfect timing right after Mad Scientist's test of it and Derby's review of the Mad Scientist video. Still not quite sure if this design or the extra space lets it supposedly cook as much as a 250, or even if it really cooks, or even if it really does cook as much as a 250. What the fuck? Did he say it twice, or am I tripping? You need to directly compare the two to show people. Lastly, I think that the pink hat and the apron give you credibility. I think that is so true. The pink hat and the apron, I mean, I believe every word this guy says. I would go to war for this guy. Thanks for the vid. Looking forward to the brisket cook. Really want to know what fire management is like on the smoker for a long cook. It's pretty chill, honestly. I'll see what I can. I'll see if I can make some videos. Ant will probably make some videos too. I can't help but believe there's a way to eliminate or almost eliminate a hotspot in front of the smoker, but I'm not a smoker designer. Hey, you know what? I wasn't either, but you know, I fucking said I'm gonna try it, and I'm gonna try to figure out this design that will eliminate the hotspot as best as I can, because it is so annoying that you can't use half your smoker when the firebox is cut, a huge ass hole cut into the damn smoking chamber, and you got a big old fire at the end of it, and it's burning up all your meat because it's fucking direct heat. But you can still turn out really good food on offsets. We do all the time at Goldees. The mill scales, 1,000 gallons that we have at Goldees are good, and we turn out a lot of great food on them. But it'd be cool if I could, you can only hold 24 briskets on them and like use the first like 2.5 doors. So wouldn't it be badass if you could at least use 3, maybe 3.5? Well, I'm done with that comment. Nice video as always, Ant, and a great review of pros and cons. Thanks for that. What gives the Goldees more capacity than the TMG? I guess that's kind of true because they have the 2 grates. The TMG cooking grate is 52 by 27, where it looks like the Goldees is 50 by 24. Really? Oh shit. Or are you doing something like factoring their hotspots into the equation? Either way, seems like it's probably close. Yeah, I guess. I mean, TMG also has the top grate, so I could see where he's saying like maybe it could probably fit 6 briskets maybe. Great review and 100% great pit for sure. I'm currently building one identical here in the UK with the nod from Derby. Yeah, I think he hit me up and he was like, "Can I build one that looks like yours?" And I was like, "I don't give a fuck, man. You don't need any permission to build a smoker like he's built, as long as you don't put his name on it. And I don't blame you for building one yourself because they are overly expensive." Shut the fuck up, Chuck. That's cool. Derby didn't care. Ha, that's just like him. Top racks hold a true advantage to tenderize beef or turkey. Also for crispy skin on chicken. Helps. Chuck, I'm just joking, man. I'm just joking. Helps get sides hot, etc., etc. My 1,000 is a beast with the top 4 racks. Yeah, that's probably true. Great, honest review. Awesome and balanced review as a north of the border backyard smoking dad. I can tell you our CA options are a few. If you pull the trigger on one of these bad boys, us products research is critical, so I applaud you. for what you do. Oh, hell yeah. Keep watching Ant, man. Keep watching Ant. He'll get you the right pit. Factor in an exchange rate, taxes, shipping, delivery, make for your info, and welcome inside. Um, Grilling Attic with Nick. I skipped you? Is this you right here? Oh, this one. I love the design on this pit. Great video, brother. Fuck yeah, dude. That's a great fucking comment. My bad for skipping it. Great video. I think I'm finally getting in the barbecue after watching these past years and only doing slow cooks in my oven. I think the place to start with the Kevel smoker. Yeah, that's probably the place to start. Would you recommend anyone in particular? I don't fucking know about any of these. So I can't help. Smoking Dad. I think he's had some subscribers and shit. Thanks, Ant. Hope these smoker leaks disappear once you get. Dude, this guy's fucking. Relax, man. FYI, the Franklin includes shipping, whereas the Goldees does not. Dude, chill. Anywhere outside of Texas that makes it more expensive, that's not true. He literally doesn't live in Texas, and he said his shipping was $500. So why are you saying lies? Like, literally, why are you saying lies? Don't lie on here, man. Go to some other. Do that on your YouTube. Don't get on Ant's comments and lie. I remember Fire Smokey. What are you talking about? The smoke leaks? Like, bro, put a smoky enough fire in any of y'all's dumbass pits and it'll leak. Some smoker leakage isn't a big deal at all. Okay, here comes Smoke Scouts. Fucking, he's on top of it. On my 1975, it goes to stack 2/3, and it's huffing, puffing machine with some smoke coming out the doors, grease drain, and firebox door. I can make brisket as good as I've had in Texas running it like that, but not so much when I was running it stack wide open with the extremely fast airflow with no smoke leakage. Yep. That's my experience too. I like it smoky. Oh, Smoking Dad's in Canada? Well, he said anywhere outside of Texas. He didn't say anywhere outside of the United States. Shit is expensive. I agree. That M&M rotisserie smoker is the best, I think. No overly hot places. That's facts. It really is. It's so fucking nice. I fucking love it. It cooks it because it's a rotisserie. Everything fucking cooks so even and so nice. And if you're doing a lot of meat, there's so much humidity and moisture in there, and that's why people freak out. But you just gotta keep going through that. Just pass through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep cooking it until all that humidity is gone, and then it'll start leaving the smoker, and then the bark on top will start drying out, and then the fucking rotisseries are perfect. No one wants to mention the workhorse 1957. What the fuck is that? I watched Jeremy's biscuit test. He never talked about how it was trying to maintain temp on each smoker. The price of these is extremely high. I enjoy it, and I make barbecue with what I have. We all know we want better. I don't know. Does this justify the cost? Am I tripping, or are they on some? Is this a different smoker? 1975 is a beast at the price point for the traditional offset. Nobody go Google how much it costs. Nobody fucking go Google how much the workhorse costs. I think if the guy grinded a hole in the grate for the water pan and laid it flush, it would block some of that heat in the middle. Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Rick, I've been waiting on this since Jeremy mentioned it last night. Fuck yeah. I recorded the stream while I watched the recorded stream of me doing the review of the Mad Scientist biscuit test while I edited this video. Johnny is hilarious. I think he's going to react to this tonight. I am, and I'm doing it right now. And I'm reading your comment as I do it. He mentioned that. I'll be watching. Hell yeah, what's up, Eric and Ant? You guys are sick. This is the video we've been waiting for. Hell yeah, it is. It's here. I've been looking for Goldie's Pit breakdown, and the other YouTube videos were a little bit of a letdown. Yeah, that is true because, well, obviously I'm going to say it's great, but we do need some more people saying it's really good. I love this channel and your content. Same. Shut the fuck up, Jose. Damn, I don't call it 250 as I wait for the delivery of my permitted 250 gallon. Huh, yeah, that's kind of sad. I remember when barbecuing was about having fun and making cheap meat taste good with minimal cost. So true, brother. You still can. LO, you don't have to buy a high-end smoker. Exactly, I rolled the well, I'm with you on that. The rubber cuddle is all I use. Wood chunks, it's always good. I am single, so usually just me, but I can do around 17. Oh, do a 17-pound brisket. Okay. Um, yeah, I did notice that the Pellegrino sparkling water as a binder. He said, "Fuck it." Uh, it was all I had since I was sipping on it. I was too lazy to get something else, and the ribs were really dry. You're in good shape no matter what, man. Yeah, that's true. It's bare bones, but still overly. Oh shit! This is the same Chuck? Is this the same Chuck? I might not feel so bad for telling him to shut the fuck up earlier. Oh, there he is. You don't need any permission to build a smoker like he's built as long as you don't put his name on. Shut the fuck up, bro. Who gives a fuck? Um, yeah, here he is talking shit again. Like, chill, dude. I don't know where he went. It's bare bones, but still overly expensive. Well, which one isn't? It's the second cheapest at the backyard high-end offsets. Fuck yeah, dude. See if you can get a Moberg backyard pit. They are beast. I've seen a couple. I saw some for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and I wanted to buy one to test it. I think the Moberg one is really good. I don't think they make them anymore, though. Yeah, not Goldees Chuck. This is some fucking hater Chuck, dude. We got Cool Chuck and Hater Chuck. Oh my god, I can't believe you put lighter fluid in the box. Oh my god, this is like the only comment I get on my channel. That's a barbecue cardinal sin. That's a barbecue rookie Padawan greenhorn training mistake. Nah, man, who cares? You watch too much YouTube, man. Yeah, get their ass. The water pan push the hotspot? Yeah, it did kind of push. Well, I mean, like the water pan was where those other biscuits were burnt in our video. So then you put the water pan right there, and then the heat kind of goes under it, and it'll start burning the other three. So it still kind of did. But if the water pan was pushed up, then it would have been those three in between the hole and the water pan. So it did kind of push it up. Lighter fluid, yeah, I've been here, man. Why'd you put lighter fluid in the thing? Yeah. Everyone's talking about this, man. Everyone's talking about these workhorses. No one go look it up because it's kind of bullshit that they're so cheap. I don't know how the fuck he's doing that. That's fucking bullshit. It's a scam. Barbecue. It's a scam. Don't buy it. It's a scam. Barbecue. No, I'm just joking. Seriously, I'm just joking. Um. Let me see. What are y'all saying? What are y'all saying? Video should have ended after that biscuit tat. Stupid design gets you stupid results. Hey, yo! Hey, yo! One subscriber. Nothing about this guy. What? What's he cooking on? The fuck is that? Hey, can any of y'all figure out what the fuck this is? How do I see? Why can't it make it bigger? Does this make... I want to look at this guy. What smoker is that, y'all? Looks like an old country barbecue pit. The workers owner JD told mad scientists to stop making 1975 videos because they're too busy. And Sonny needs... Wait, who the fuck? What does Sonny need? Sonny don't need more orders. Wait, Sonny works at... I thought Sonny worked at Moberg. He's cooking on the park grill. Yeah, that's true. Stovall Park Grill, dude. He's cooking. He went to a fucking park, found the smoker in the middle of it, and put some fucking briskets on it. That's what he's cooking on. Oh, it's a Lone Star? Oh shit, that's my bad. It looks good. I'm just fucking around. Voltron Jacko. I'm trying to zoom in on him, dude. Who is this guy? Oh, fuck. I'm gonna get in trouble, dude. That's like, what is that? Go back! Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. It was a Franklin for mad curl on his brisket. That's what I'm saying, dude.
Goldees back.
Talking shit. Got a curly ass brisket talking shit. Come on. Oh, is that all the comments? Bro, you need to take care of that other pit in the back. It's full of rust, yeah. Oh man, don't go to Texas then. You'll hate the barbecue. I've started taking my fire using... Yes, sir! Lemon Wayne coming in with the facts. You love to see it.
Goldees backyard offset.
By the time you use the lighter fluid and it is all burned away, and then you're ready to put your meat on, it is gone. It's gone. Sometimes you just want to start a fire and get going, and the lighter fluid allows you to do that. Where's that thread go? There's like a whole thread of them. What the fuck? Get you an ad blocker, Jesus. Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna pay for premium. I think I paid for it on the wrong account. I paid for it on my other account. I fucked up big time. Damn it. But yeah. Seriously, consider a folding stack. Yeah, I'm gonna talk